نه پرخودل و باسول کنه مرز کلتون نه پرخودل کنه اسکما دوستین تا شراوتی است کگوتا.
We're here at Islam Kala, the border between Iran and Afghanistan. And this is the border where hundreds and sometimes even 1,000 Afghans a day are deported from Iran. People are picked up sometimes on the street, sometimes at their place of work, and within 2 or 3 days they're back in Afghanistan.
In the past 10 or 15 years, there has been an increasing pressure on all Afghans, whether they're recognized refugees or undocumented migrants, to leave Iran. And given that there are about 3+ million Afghans in Iran, they're trying to find ways to push these Afghans out.
We've met young people deported without their parents, husbands deported without their wives. A huge proportion of the deportees are in fact children. They're boys who've been sent on their own. Typically they're the oldest boy in the family, but when I say oldest I don't mean old, because we've interviewed boys as young as 13 who've been sent by their families to Iran to try and work.
غریب بودم دیگه چی رفتیم اونجا میخوام کار کنم چی پول بفرستم پدر مادر من خاطر رفتیم.
The reason people are going to Iran in huge numbers is usually a combination of insecurity and economic desperation.
ما رفتیم که از اینجا اونجا بریم کار کنیم، کار غریبی کنیم مثلا. دنبال کار رفتیم. اونا الان دیگه اونجا گرفتن ما را این قلت و کوب دادن.
We were out here a year ago talking with people in the same situation. I think we've seen a bit of a change for the worse. Something new that we're hearing this time is about police coming and actually raiding people's houses. And that indicates that there's been an even further crackdown by the Iranian government.
خواب بودیم تقریبا ساعت 1 شب بود 2 شب بود اومدن ریختن تو خونه دیگه اصلا نپرسیدن که من بخواد کارت داری ندارین دیگه درم قفل بود قفل شکستم اومدن دیگه زن و بچه‌ام رو جمع کردم بردم پاسگاه یعنی نه به بچه‌ها رحم میکرد نه به خود همینجور اصلا طرفم گرفت نمیذاش که حرف بزنم.
Life for undocumented migrants in Iran is very difficult. They're being pushed out of more and more of the country. There are these areas called no-go areas, which are areas where foreigners are banned.
So Afghans are banned from living in more than half of Iran's provinces, and residency restrictions apply in several others. If an Afghan is caught by security forces, by the police in these ever-expanding no-go areas, it is very possible that they will be swiftly deported and sent back to Afghanistan.
The deportation process itself is a brutal process. They're forced to actually pay for deportation. So any money that they have will be taken from them and used to pay for transportation, to pay for the time in the camps, the food that they ate.
لباسی ما که اصلی لباس همیشه در میاد تو شوت در آورده که میگی پول داری تو پول من همیشه گرفته اینجا که اومدم تو اردوگاه من پول زده هر چی زده میگی پول من پول کرایه هر چی بده ما گفتم مرا که دوز زده تو ایران کشور خاک ایران ندارم هر چی جمع کردم نفره کسی که تو ایران بوده نفره بوده از اینا جمع کرده برای من پولا این 1 تومن 2 تومن جمع کرده برای من کرایه جوشته شاورد.
And there's also some physical violence that quite a few people experience in the camps. Beatings and slappings and punchings by guards.
ما را شکنجه به خاطر این مشت و لغت این لغتی که پلیسا ما را زدن الان گوش ما دیگه نمیشنم دیگه سنگین شده با مشت 3-4 نفر بودن
سه رفتیم دیگه در خانه قامه کده مانده بود دراز شما باشه جای گوسپند بود گاو بود اونجا ما قامه کده بود هم معلوم معامر آمد ما را لطکوب کرد از اونجا کشید بیرون کرد آورد چیز معامرات.
No Afghan should have to endure abuses in detention facilities, whether it's physical abuse or verbal abuse, and no Afghan should have to pay for their way back to Afghanistan or be held in detention facilities for days if they're not able to pay their way.
Iran's policies are really not complying with their obligations under international law. Essentially, Afghans arriving in Iran these days have no opportunity to seek refugee status, and Afghans who are being deported from Iran have no opportunity to claim asylum, and everyone should be afforded this right.